Xenon Valkyrie Plus is a port of the original PC game that launched back in February. It may seem like a weird move to go from the PC to the least popular console on the market currently, at least in terms of sales. It's a gamble, but one that I think is perfect for this type of game, albeit with a few caveats. The basic premise involves digging your way to the center of the moon in order to kill a witch and take the awesome power of the Xenon Valkyrie. That said, it's a roguelike RPG platformer. You can choose one of 3 warriors, all with their own special abilities and be getting stats. No matter who you choose, this is going to be a tough venture. Not that the game is necessarily throwing unfair enemies or traps at you, it's just that it's very basic in design and demands your time and patience without a lot of reward. I'm a pretty big fan of RPG roguelikes like Rogue Legacy or this year's Flint Hook. Now the thing that I don't like about the genre is when the game doesn't give you any sort of progression, and unfortunately that's Xenon Valkyrie Plus all over. As I said earlier, the gist is simple. You pick your warrior and try to make it down to the bottom of that stage to enter a transporter. In a way, it almost feels like Terraria, not only in its artistic style, but you are kind of digging your way to the bottom, be it through generated openings or through bombs. Anyway, killing enemies will let you experience gold and sometimes keys. In between stages, you can spend points you've gained from leveling up your character to raise their stats. There are also shops you can use your treasure to buy stuff with, like health or a random gadget. As for keys, they will open gun chests you can randomly find on your journey. Now here's the rub. You're not going to gain any momentum until you go a few floors down to then face a boss, which basically equates to a checkpoint. If you die at the boss or before, all progress will then be scrubbed. For some reason, the guns you unlock during your runs are cataloged, but cannot be obtained again. It's sort of like a Pokédex, but for your guns. That's literally the only progress you make during this game. Well, you do gain special crystals from defeating bosses you can then use to buy weapons from a special seller in the hub world, but they're not cheap. The most frustrating part of it all is that bosses negate your abilities and your ranged weapons, so all you have to defend yourself with is a melee attack. It seems unfair, like the odds are stacked against you. Plus, since you don't keep any levels or gold, all that time is just wasted as you retread old ground over and over again, hoping you'll get lucky enough to kill the boss to then do that exact same thing over again. The reason why I like Rogue Legacy and Flint Hook so much is that you not only get better by playing, but the game also gives you an out, whether that's through stat upgrades or getting new equipment, both of which don't take long to acquire between runs, so even though they're punishing, you feel a constant sense of reward and thus valued as a player. I never really felt valued in Xenon Valkyrie Plus. I like the art style and music, plus it's great for pick up and play moments on the Vita compared to plopping myself down at the PC and having a go. Again, this is the platform it was made for, so in that sense it feels more like an arcade experience. At $10, it's hard not to recommend at least trying it, especially if you like roguelites. It's not necessarily bad, as it is just not well designed. Again, fun for small bursts, but you're not going to want to sink full chunks of your life on this one. My name is Tristan, and you've been watching ReActionExaminer, wherein I do my best to create interesting videos to entertain and educate you fine folks. Be sure to subscribe, that helped me out a lot. And if you want to check out more, be sure to read my work over on The Gamer, wherein I write fun little listicles. You can also drop by my personal website, GameJerk, wherein I post other articles and reviews. All these links and more can be found in the description below. Thanks, and see you all next time.